You already know it's Molove, and I'm back at it again with a positive message. So let's get straight to it. As the topic implied, was slavery ever abolished though? This is going to be a very interesting video. At the end, I'm going to give you 3 reasons why I personally believe, this is just what I personally believe, that slavery was never abolished. I would appreciate you leaving your comment below and let me know what you think. So stay until the end of the video. So, was slavery ever abolished? We're going to start by this, and I'm going to, include some pictures, just in case you didn't want to take the time out to go check it out. But if you're watching this video, pull out your phone or your laptop and let's go through it together. Because in this video, after this video, you're going to realize for yourself if whether or not slavery was actually abolished, and then you're going to get a chance to really assess if you're a slave or if you're free. So, I want you to type in, was slavery ever abolished? Right? And you're going to get this on Google. Bearing in mind that the government owns Google, yes. They tell some truth with a lot of lies. But you got to have your third eye open so you could decipher, the truth from the lies. But that's not what this video is about. So here's what Google has to say. The 13th Amendment, adopted on December 18, 1865, officially abolished slavery, but now, anyone that, reads a lot and understand the basics of the English language knows that anything that you say preceding a but pretty much nullifies everything you say prior to that but. Correct? So let's go. The 13th Amendment, adopted on December 18, 1865, officially abolished slavery, but freed black people's status in the post-war South remain precarious. Precarious. How many of you know what precarious mean? I'm going to put that picture as well. I'm trying to get as creative as possible. And this is only the beginning, right? Precarious. The reason why I asked that is because precarious holds a lot of weight. In this short paragraph, they're talking about slavery. A lot of weight, and we're going to find that out. Stay with me. Remain precarious, and significant challenges awaited during the Reconstruction period. And significant challenges awaited during the Reconstruction period. What is a Reconstruction period? If they're talking about slavery was abolished, and they're saying that significant challenges awaited during the Reconstruction period, to whom were these challenges awaiting? Is a question too. I would safely assume black people, because in this same paragraph they said officially abolished slavery, but freed black people's status. Now, what I want you to check for me, right? I want you to check out the word precarious. Remember we were talking about that word precarious? Let's see what Google has to say about precarious. Precarious, an adjective, not securely held or in position, dangerously likely to fall or collapse. Did you hear that? Did you read that? Not securely held or in position, dangerously likely to fall or collapse. Now let's insert that word into what that paragraph said again about slavery. The 13th Amendment, adopted on December 18, 1865, officially abolished slavery, but freed black people's status in the post-war South remain precarious, meaning dangerously leading to be, or dangerously, not securely held, right? Not securely held in position, dangerously likely to fall or collapse. So, black people's status in the post-war South remained precarious, meaning dangerously likely to fall or collapse. Black people's status in the post-war South remained dangerously likely to fall or collapse. They put it right here, right here. They just lie about most things, but they just put some truth. They have to put some truth. But they know most people don't like to read. I really do this. I really do this. White people on TikTok watching all kind of crap, reading all kind of crap. I seek a knowledge that I can help, that can help better me, and I can share knowledge. And look, when you realize that you're a slave, you may start to rethink your life. But anyways, moving on. So, remain precarious and significant challenges awaited during the Reconstructive period. So basically they're saying here that black people's freedom remain precarious even after the so-called announced slavery to be abolished. Black people's status still remain precarious. And they're still saying that significant challenges awaited during the Reconstruction period. So they're basically saying in advance that we think slavery abolished. Well, we ain't seen nothing yet. No, haven't we? Was slavery ever abolished? Ask yourself, are you a slave or are you free? If you're free, that means that you're doing what you want, when you want, how you want, with who you want, how much you want. And you don't have to answer to nobody else but yourself. How many of us right now are living that life, though? I don't care how much money you make. If you answer to the CEO, you are a slave. If you're answering to a boss, you are a slave. Yes, that includes me for now. But if you're following the journey, you can clearly see that I'm working on that. Are you working on yours, though? Or are you just accepting the fact that, you know, I'm not chained. I'm not chained in cloth or whatever they had our ancestors wearing. You know, I could walk around freely, eat what I want, drink what I want, when I want, go to sleep when I want, wake up when I want. So I'm not a slave. If that's what you're thinking, oh man. Well, if that's what you're thinking, guess what? Let's look up the etymology of the word slave then. Etymology, aka origin. The origin of the word slave, right? So you're gonna type in, what is the etymology of the word slave? And this is what Google has to say. The term slave has its origins in the word Slav. The Slavs who inhabited a large part of Eastern Europe were taken as slaves by the Muslims of Spain during the 9th century AD. Slavery can broadly be described as ownership, buying and selling of human beings for the purpose of forced and unpaid labor. That's the etymology of the word slave. I want you to pay attention to this key part right here. Slavery can broadly be described as the ownership, buying, and selling of human beings for the purpose of forced and unpaid labor. And you might be still like, I'm not forced. You know, I get paid. It's not unpaid. Do you really get paid though? I'm not forced, you know. I'm not forced. Of course, you're not forced. You willingly get up and want to punch a clock every day, 5 days a week. You know, do the same mundane stuff. You're not forced at all. You just gotta pay taxes, and, you know. Which, of course, the way how the system's set up, you gotta pay your bills. Yes. However, I want you to pay keen attention to the message I'm trying to send across in this video. And the clear message I'm trying to send across in this video is, Many are walking around thinking they're not slaves, but they actually are slaves. And I'm trying to show you how they tricked us in believing that we are not slaves, but we are actually slaves. And the only time we're gonna actually be free is when we really take back our freedom. Go within ourselves, realizing we need nothing external to us. But we have the ability and the power to manifest everything and attract everything that we want, we need to us. But moving on. Was slavery ever abolished? I have 3 reasons why I personally believe slavery was never abolished. I have them here in my notes. The first reason, they trick people into believing that you need a job to survive. So therefore, most people trade their time for money, which make us a slave. Would you agree? If you're trading your time for money, we are a slave. We shouldn't be trading our time for money. First of all, time isn't real, but that time construct that the collective believe sort of makes it real in this matrix, but really and truly those who know that time is just an illusion. But I'll do a different video on that 11/11, right? So we were tricked into believing that we need a job. That's the reason why most people just work a job until they retire and then wait until they have to move on or transcend this realm. So that slave mentality is just nuts. It's not only mental, it's physical as well. Because when you are mentally enslaved, your body will feel physically enslaved as well. Right? So was slavery ever abolished? Are you a slave or are you free? And if you are a slave, are you okay with being a slave or are you fighting for your freedom? If you're fighting for your freedom, I salute you. Number 2, you are forced to send your child to school or these concentration camps. Like, why is it illegal? Or why is it strongly encouraged, conceptualized, and therefore conditioned within the brains of most parents, if not all parents, that you need to send your child to these learning institutions, these concentration camps, to be, mind and nurtured in a way that most often the parents has no input, because the child goes to school 5 days a week. The parent is just working, hustling. By the time they pick up the child, they don't even have time to really sit down with the child to ask the child what's really going on with school and stuff. I mean, some parents do. Some parents do it, right? But how many really do it? And then you ask yourself, I wonder why so many youths end up going astray. Maybe because the parents are spending too many times at these jobs instead of spending that time with their child. Are we a slave or are we free? Why is it illegal to have home births, water births? Why is it so strongly encouraged to have your child or to deliver your child in their hospitals? Why? Why can't I just have home birth, water birth? Maybe because they want to make sure that from your child comes out, they have first dibs. Literally. Let me know in the comments below, if you believe slavery was abolished. Are you a slave? Are you free? Let me know below. Are you a slave? Are you free? If you like this video, I'd like you to hit that like button. If you think someone else needs to see it, I'd like you to share it. And don't forget to subscribe if you're new to the channel. You already know it's Molove. I'll catch you in the next video. Peace.